BAMSI provides a continuum of service individualized to meet each person's needs, helping from the beginning of life through childhood and beyond. Jessica is a courageous mother. As in any journey in life, sometimes you have to redefine success. With the help of BAMSI's early intervention team, she is learning that the joy of her daughter Carlicia is in the little goals.
Jessica and Carlicia were referred to us by Children's Hospital, and she was in an especially difficult situation. She was at the end of a shelter program. The first priority is to get them into a stable home, and that's where Iraida came in, because she's really good at working with families with complicated problems.
Carlicia was born healthy. On day 2, they started noticing that she had poor sake. The testing revealed that she was hypotonic, which means the low muscle tone. She had feeding difficulties. They did surgery to place a G-tube feeding. So usually when babies are born with health-related problems, or even children in the community, they have a speech delay, they refer to early intervention for services.
I never ever expected this. And it's like along the way, it's more and more comes along. Like now Carlicia is legally blind. They have no idea what her vision exactly is. They don't know if she will ever have full vision. They don't know if she'll ever be able to walk or even hold her head up. So it's not something that I ever thought was going to happen. I've never smoked, done drugs, anything. So this is like really out of the ordinary.
Early intervention is an incredibly important program, and it's important in terms of doing everything we can to make sure that children develop to their full potential. And the most wonderful part about it is that it's family-centered and that it has a lifelong learning and development orientation to it. And so even though it focused on the most early years of life, the idea behind it is work with the family, work with the child, develop skills, develop an environment which then can continue to allow the child to develop to their full potential even after the program ends.
The goals of BAMSI's early intervention team is to provide support and services for Carlicia and her family.
As service coordinator, I hear any issue that she has. I just allow her to vent out, and based on the concern that she has for that day, I will then proceed.
So now Carlicia receives physical therapy, occupational therapy, and also along the way now she sees somebody from Perkins who comes to the house, a nutritionist through BAMSI as well, and I'm getting a lot of help through BAMSI now.
Because this is a really complicated case, we put Barb in there because she's a very experienced therapist.
It's understanding and appreciating the little things in life with them, and not taking anything for granted. There are no blanket expectation that we could look at little outcomes, and for Carlicia it could be just holding her head up or looking at her mom or that simple smile that are huge gains for this family.
So we don't make predictions. We do the best we can to make sure that people appreciate small miracles.
Wrapping services and support around the child and their family creates a very special team. Believe in the magic of this team. The dedicated people of BAMSI's Wraparound Family Services bring people together to help families meet life's challenges. Meet Anita, Ray, and the amazing team who help keep him on track.
I started working with Anita and her family in 2003. I was the senior family partner with the Coordinated Family Focused Care Program, or CFFC. And I worked with Anita to sort of help her navigate through the different systems in the area, make sure her voice was heard throughout the process.
One of the things the Children's Behavioral Health Initiative does is help parents with the tools of communication, both with their child and with the care providers.
So this provider network is community-based and is flexible to serve the needs of the family rather than making the family adapt their needs to the provider.
They know their family best, and they can make a significant contribution, the most significant contribution to the care of their child.
We have home-based services, behavioral services for in-home therapy, therapeutic mentoring that goes into the community.
With a clinician's guidance, therapeutic mentoring offers one-on-one support for the young person served. Meet Dante. He and Ray have been together a long time.
Don't ever forget, I taught you everything you know. I've known Raymond for 10 years now. He was my first kid when I first started with BAMC. And, you know, I've seen him grow.
He looks forward to his days with Dante because he can go out, play basketball, you know, go to an arcade. It gives him that lift that he needs, and it also helps him bring out into the community and helps him integrate him with other children. And Dante has been a major role in helping him communicate and make new friends.
If anything's struggling me, he knows it. You know, if I'm in a bad mood, he knows it. You know, I'll tell him anything that I need to tell him, and if, you know, we're going to play basketball, we'll play basketball. It's just, you know, anything that I need to do that day.
I seen Raymond go from a youngster that didn't know how to express his feelings, his emotions, and that would, you know, basically just get up and run every time he would go through a tough time. Now where he's able to verbalize it a whole lot better. And that really makes me proud. He's always open to, you know, advice. You know, when we talk to him, he responds well. Always, you know, up for the challenge. And, you know, he's been, you know, he makes me proud, you know. He's like one of my own kids, you know.
So it was nice to be able to see a family move through this continuum and move through the evolution of this process, and to see a young man who is now, you know, a high school junior who will have the supports he needs to either support him in school or support him in the community, extracurricular activities, to really have him have a normal, regular high school experience.
When he finishes high school, Ray wants to be a carpenter. His team is very proud to have helped put him on this track to success. The flexible supports model can provide versatile support for both children and adults. Community-based flexible support creates a network of support that encourages independence and sustains individuals to remain in their own homes.
Like wraparound family services, CBFS's goals are to keep people on the path to recovery and keep them in the community.
Sustainability in your own home. That's community-based flexible support. Meet artist and person served Pat Milks and her support team.
Pat lived with her son and daughter-in-law out in Beverly. They helped her to move back to Brockton and find her apartment. And soon after that, she started to become symptomatic, was referred to Department of Mental Health, who then hooked her up with BAMC. She progressed through our supported apartment program and then into the CBFS program.
I've lived here for 17 or 18 years. Love it, love it, love it. And wouldn't change or move for nothing.
The idea behind community-based flexible support is to provide services right in their home, in the community where they live, to allow the most independence for the person, plus to tailor that service to whatever he or she needs.
She's very determined to live in her own apartment. She's proud to live at home and she wants to stay there.
Pat learned how to paint while taking college classes.
I was in class with Susan.
Painting is very therapeutic for Pat. It allows her the opportunity to socialize with others. It distracts her from her symptoms, and it gives her a chance to go meet people in different venues. Not only has she gotten to go to the State House, but she might join some art groups where people are going through similar challenges as her, and she can socialize and kind of get some support through that.
The community-based flexible supports team puts the pieces together for Pat every day.
We sit down with Pat, we pull together a treatment plan by assessing what needs she has. For example, how does she get ready in the morning? How does she dole out her own medications? Does she need help with any of those areas? How is she at shopping? Does she have family help her, or does she need our help?
So my goal is to make sure she takes the medication, make sure she gets to get out of the house. I think Pat and I make a good little team here, you know.
That partnership that Pat has, particularly with Richard, is just very warm and giving and flexible. He seems to be able to meet her needs and understand where she's coming from.
We hope that she'll remain independent in her home. We hope that she continues the path to recovery, that she doesn't get distracted by symptoms, and that she can keep doing her artwork.
Out of everyday people come modern-day heroes. A working mom in the post office, in 1997, life changed for Catherine Hutchinson. A stroke left her paralyzed and voiceless. With BAMSI, the Brain Injury Association of Massachusetts, and all who her strength inspire, Catherine Hutchinson found a new voice.
15 years ago, I had a brain stem stroke while gardening. I was not given a choice of my long-term care. I lived in nursing home for 15 years.
Once we got rolling, we realized how many people actually are in nursing homes. And they don't belong there. I mean, you know, there's certainly a place in the community for everybody.
The Hutchinson lawsuit was a lawsuit that was done on behalf of people with acquired brain injuries who are living in nursing homes or rehab hospitals. And it's really for people who sustained their injury, which could be an external event or an internal event, after the age of 22.
The Brain Injury Association initiated it to begin with, and then we needed attorneys, obviously, to help us pull this off. So with the help of the Center for Public Representation and Wilmer Hale, who, by the way, offered their services pro bono, which was very generous of them, and the Mass Rehab Commission people, EOHHS. I mean, it was really a team collaborative to get it all together. And then once we've realized that this is a go, the next step was to find the vendors. And we're fortunate that we have people like BAMSI who have stepped to the plate and have built beautiful homes.
In September 2011, on a rainy afternoon, Catherine Hutchinson moved into her new home in East Taunton.
I have something for you. These are the keys to your house.
And here you go, kiddo. Welcome home. I'm going to set them right there. How's that? Will that work? You happy? All right.
I just love it. I feel like I am part of a community again. The privacy back is wonderful. I have my life back. I see my family more frequently and I can be involved in the community without the restricted nursing home regulations. I feel very happy and satisfied to hear of how this has helped other people, and I hope to have all states to follow suit. I couldn't ask for more.
People often ask me, why do you do what you do? Why do you continue to, develop new homes? There's so much work that's involved, and how do you continue to still get satisfaction and excited about doing so? But I think for me, the payoff really is when you see people come to the door the day that they move in, and just to have the expressions on people's faces around seeing their new furniture in place, having their family there waiting for them, things that you and I just take for granted, and just to have that sense of ownership of this is their own home, and it's just a great feeling, I think, for people.
Thank you for raising public awareness and is informing families and disabled people that they have a choice.
In the next 6 months, BAMSI will be opening 9 more homes and enhancing other of its amazing services. That's connecting people for a brighter tomorrow. On behalf of BAMSI, thank you all for your hard work and support. We'll see you next year.